Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Everlasting Summer. I am Ray Solution, the solution for all your gaming needs. Last time we entered the canteen to get some food because I'm so hungry. Even me myself, I am hungry. So let's see what happens. Slavia, wait a bit, I'll go get something. Please do. I sat down on a chair and obediently waited for my savior. Oh, good art. My dinner was simple. A few buns and a glass of kefir. I don't know what kefir is. No wonder I bet Hungry Pioneers finished everything off. However, even that was far better than most of my usual diet. Slavia sat across the table and looked at me while I was eating. Is there something on my face? No, just... She smiled. Ugh. So how did you... like your first day in camp? Creepy eyes. But I don't really know. It's silly to ask someone who suddenly found himself in a different reality whether you like the food in the canteen, the camp leader, or his assigned hut. It's alright, you'll soon get used to it. Slavia stared out the window dreamingly. Frankly speaking, I have no desire to get used to such things, but as for her, she doesn't know. Or at least she wants me to think that she doesn't. Well, all in all, it's nice here. I had to somehow break the awkward silence. Do you think so? She asked without interest. Yeah, this place is so... I wanted to say retro, but I managed to hold that back. After all, it was retro for me, but what about them? It might be the only kind of life they knew. If the term life was applicable here at all. I spit. So how? She watched me closely. She watched as if something important depended on my answer. Well, if I don't know, lovely. Yeah, it's lovely here. Well, he's lying. I guess you're right. She smiled again. It's very good that you think so, but if I didn't think so, why? Well, not everybody likes to hear. And what about you? Me? Yes. I love it here. It's great. Then you don't need to worry about what the other people think. Well, I don't really worry, Slavia laughed. This conversation seems to be leading me far astray from where I wanted to get to. And you're worried yourself. Really? Why do you say so? Well, when someone is chewing so intently... did I say it? Whatever. I'm sorry. It's okay. I couldn't bring myself to be more cautious around this girl. But why her in particular? Why not any other local inhabitant? Every one of them looking completely normal to me. Precisely normal, so normal it sends chills down my spine and into my marrow. Normally, not like a neighbor with a power drill in one hand and a subwoofer in the other. Not like a passenger you can often meet in the subway or on public transport. Not like a co-worker at the next table in an opening. Hold on! Sorry guys, someone was at my door. Anyway, not like a co-worker at the next table and in an open plan office. What did I just do? My bad, guys. I'm failing. Not even like a friend who only differs from other humans in his constant insistence. All of them look normal as I would expected them to be, or expect them to be. With their own downsides, but without any superpowers. And Slavia was also cute. I glanced at her stealthily, not knowing what to say. I'm sorry, I wanted to show you the camp, but ran off my feet. I didn't miss anything while on my own, I guess. Are you sure you haven't missed anything at all? She smiled so brightly that I had to drop my eyes in confusion. Well, how would I know? It's my first day here. Okay, and what have you seen so far? I've seen the square, the canteen, the football field, and what about the beach? Just from afar. You really should go there. Well, let's do it together. Yeah, okay, we will. Her naturalness started to scare me, but then I thought, what if everything that happens here is how it's supposed to be, and this world looks strange only to me, while for them, it is normal. Maybe I was thrown into the past. Yeah, that would explain a lot. Can I ask a stupid question? No. Like, wow. Can I ask a stupid question? No. Oh, wow. Slavia smiled and stood up from the table. It's like, can you find the way to Olga, you know, by yourself? I can't say that last name, sorry guys. Of course I can, but why should I go there? She'll settle you with someone. What for? Probably this question seems stupid, because Slavia bursted into good-natured laughter. You need to sleep somewhere, right? Of course, that makes sense. Fine, I'll be off then. Good night. Night. It's strange that she left in such a hurry. A bundle of keys left in the door lock caught my attention. I was going to catch up to Slavia, but where does she live? And knocking on every door during the middle of the night didn't sound like a bright idea. I'm gonna take the keys just in case someone... I'd better take them. I'll give them back tomorrow because who knows what happens here at night. Such thoughts gave me chills, and it's me who needs to be careful here in the first place. The night, though dark, wasn't silent at all. One could hear chirping crickets, the songs of the night birds, and rustling trees from everywhere. A sudden desire to follow Slavia's advice and go to the camp leader's cabin appeared. I don't know why, but the sight of the unknown bronze builder of communism put me in constructive mood. I sat on a bench and started to recall everything that happened today. That was all my constructive mood could offer. Here was much brighter than near the canteen, and tardy pioneers were running by, so this place didn't seem scary at all. Bus, summer camp, girls, and I was so tired from everything new and strange that I could not come up with a single explanation for what was going on. I heard a barely noticeable rustle nearby. I shivered and looked in that direction. A girl, reading a book. Lena. I decided to move closer and talk. She was the only new person I had met here, without exchanging even a few words. Hi, what are you reading? Lena was so surprised that she even jumped. Sorry, didn't mean to scare you. Never mind. She blushed and stared at the book again. So what are you reading? On the cover was written, Gone with the Wind. I praised the book. A good book. Thanks. Honestly speaking, I haven't read it, but I think that such literature suits her very well. Lena didn't seem to be interested in continuing the conversation. Well, if I'm bothering you... No, she answered while still looking at the book. Can I sit beside you for a while? Why? And really, why? Maybe just because I was really very tired and having company is better than being alone. And maybe I wanted to try to find something out from her. I carefully examined Lena. But no, I doubt that. Well, I don't know. I'm not allowed to? Feel free. But if I'm bothering... No, you're not. I can leave, just say, everything's alright. Okay then. I sat on the end of the bench carefully. After such an intense talk, staying here was the last thing I wanted to do. But it wouldn't be nice to just stand up and leave. That didn't really go well, huh? Lena hasn't answered anything. It seems I made a fool out of myself. I bet if Oleana was here, she'd have a good laugh at me. Do you enjoy being here? I recall that the Slavia's question thought it would be a good start for a conversation. Yes. She smiled slightly. I guess I like it too. Lena definitely isn't very sociable and probably can't carry on meaninglessly conversation as easily as Slavia. But there was something about her that attracted attention, like a momentary glimpse of a reflection in the glass on a rainy autumn evening, which makes you turn around and stare into darkness, searching for something that you saw out of the corner of your eye. Of course, you weren't able to distinguish or understand what it was, but it still felt so tempting. Lena was still reading the book without paying any attention to my presence. And I had no intention of asking her anything about this camp or this world in general. Beautiful night. Yes. How in the world would you start a conversation with her? It's late. I have to go. Yes, it's quite late. Good night. Night. There was something strange about this girl. At first glance, she is a typical shy and modest pioneer girl, but the mystery of Lena took its own place in the massive list of mysteries about this camp, which I had started to put together in my head. ... A lazy evening. There's nothing like a good time with nothing to do. I headed towards Olga's cabin. I'm just gonna say Olga, even though her last name shows or whatever. The light in the house was on, and that poster. Hello, Simeon. You're quite late. Yeah. Yeah, I went for a walk to look around the camp. Alright. You'll be sleeping here. She pointed her finger at one of the beds. Right here? I was a bit surprised. Yeah, is something wrong? We are out of free cabins anyway. The camp leader smiled, but I rather think it was just out of politeness. You do want to be a decent pioneer, don't you? There was a clear emphasis on the word decent. Yeah, sure. I was lost in thought for a moment. Don't you mind it, mademoiselle? She looked at me oddly, with surprise and some offense in her eyes. A pioneer should respect their elders, Olga said strictly. Of course he should. No one argues with that. I blathered, not realizing what was wrong. Shouldn't you also? She stared at me. Under such a gaze, even mithril forged by the best dwarf masters from the deepest dungeons would melt. Should I what? What's up, Toots? What's up, Toots? Annoyance and a lack of understanding made me raise my voice. You must address adults appropriately. Yes, of course, there are a lot of strange things here, but this girl is just a couple years older than me, or maybe even younger. But I decided not to argue with, well, just a few minutes ago, I would never have called her an adult. I have to admit that she was also given a strong character, and in any case, I wasn't in position to argue. As you say, ma'am, I mumbled. That's much better. That is how decent a pioneer should conduct himself, and how it's time to sleep. Now it's time to sleep. Honestly speaking, I was going to become neither a decent nor an indecent pioneer. Just yesterday, I wasn't going to become a pioneer at all. But do I have a choice now? If you don't want to, we'll have to make you. This is the motto Olga was probably going to use. I climbed onto bed and closed my eyes, only realized how tired I was after today. Something hammered in my head awfully, as if my brains had started a night shift. And they seemed to be aimed more at rolling steel than working on something more sensitive. The bus flew through my mind. And the square with the monument. The canteen full of pioneers. And the malicious face of Uliana. Slavia. Oh my goodness. Why? What happened? Sorry, guys. Lena. Slavia. I think I went back on accident. And even recalling Alyssa didn't give me too much of negative feeling. What if I'm here for good? Day 2. Oh my goodness. That was all in day 1. I was having a dream. It seemed like I was in some kind of vacuum with nothing but nothing around me. But not only around, I was only something. I couldn't read it. As if the universe had returned to a state of singularity right before the Big Bang. And something was just about to happen. Suddenly I heard a voice. I could not make out the words, but it sounded familiar. The voice was whispering something gently, as if soothing me. And then I realized it was the voice of the strange girl from the bus. The girl from the dream. But what is she trying to tell me? Who is she? I woke up. And had a good time. I was running out of time. So, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Watching Everlasting Summer. What is up with my pronunciation this episode and my mistakes? I'm sorry, guys. Please subscribe and like, because this has been Ray Solution. I guess ending this episode. I don't know what else to say, but I will see you guys later. Bum, bum, bum.